All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. Thank you so much. Great responses today. Very good that you're sharing what's going on with you. I love those comments in there. And I want to say thank you for watching, sharing, supporting in there, buying a coffee. If you need a personal reading for you, in there, you can check it out on our website. There is a contact form. And there. All right. What are we going to be talking about today? Is very beautiful incoming energies about this. As you see it in the picture here, it represents a couple. They are mature within their relation. They are happy. They still have the love in there within them. They still have this fires of love even after all these years. Why did the Dio brings this picture in there, right? It is about to learning. The maturing thing happens in Leo. So with this maturing in there, as the moon is going to be transiting today through, we're going to have a special yacht. That is a yacht between Saturn and Venus. It's about maturity and love. It is about, okay, let's live together. Let's be together. Let our connection mature to a level that we understand we are made for each other, right? This is gonna be about the energy. It's very powerful energy that it's gonna be coming, and this is why you are practicing this patience. But this patience right now, you need to be putting into use. And today you're gonna be using that patience, and at the end of the day, you're gonna be feeling the power of the patience, how is improved your internal self and your understanding about love, your consciousness that is going to be really lightening up from that power from the subconsciousness that's going to come from Saturn. Saturn is direct, okay? And with this proper energy, there's going to be that maturity. But that maturity is going to bring everything about the relationship. Just a relationship, they could be friendship, they could be a work relationships, it could be a business relationships, that could be a really very beautiful connections. But in the soul, personally for you, in the soul connections, that is going to be to listen at that maturity within your soul inside of you when it says, okay, I'm ready. I am really ready. I'm ready to be in this happiness. And here is this mature couple that says, like, you know what? I'm so glad we have this mature connection and we decide to have that maturity and we'll still have enjoyment within ourselves. This is what the example the world needs for this. That beautiful, mature love connection. Okay? So, with that being said, it's time to go and see the charts. All right, the charts, 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun is almost coming out of a Scorpio. You're going to be seeing it getting out of the hole, getting out of the underworld, getting your head out of your rear end, hopefully. Some of the people, that's kind of going to be feel like it. It is what it is. Too. But with this energy in the morning, as you see at the moon, it's beginning to have this yacht, as I'm talking about from Saturn and Venus is about that. Whatever it's the problem, when you understand that is you're not ready for certain things, guess what? You're not ready for it. Then you have to give it a time to mature. It's the same thing as the fruits. Midheaven is going to be at Virgo opposing Saturn. Be mindful about this duality signs there, guys. Talking about Pisces, talking about Gemini and Sag together, because this midheaven at Virgo is going to be for a little bit in there in the morning to squaring all this. It's talking about dualities, doubts, kind of like reorganize things, but it can't organize things because you don't know what to organize. You don't know where to go. The duality takes time in there, but the duality is also tell you don't cut the fruit when it's not ready to be cut. to not ready to be ripped. And with this organization's energies, midheaven is trying with what? With Venus. It is about let's mature that love. So this energy is gonna coming out pretty strong. Those who are still with the Scorpio's energies in there, Uranus is at Taurus, and right now, when you're trying to put your agendas in there and you're fighting the universe, Uranus is like, no, I gotta go back. You need to repeat something. You need to be reduce something. You need to regain something in the material world. And he's like, how many times? As long as it take you to mature. That's what I would say in there. That energy is particularly connecting with Neptune. Basically, your visions for the past that happens in there. Neptune is also a retrograde, so you need to go back to something, go back to point A, but take a look at it. What is that? All right, all of that is going to be related in your subconsciousness. All right, next hour, beautiful energy is going to be feeling at that positive energy as the ascendant goes into your Sag. Powerful energies with the North Node, Mars, the Moon. Everything goes okay. The midheaven is at Libra, but it's also that is supporting Pluto. You have a lot of power in there. There is a sextile within the authority. You are approving things. Things are start getting moving, right? There is also stagnancy with that energies because you are not where you need to be. Why you are not where you need to be? Because you're not ready. Because if we were ready, we would have been there. Okay? And if you're asking yourself, are we there yet? A lot of the people acting in a phase from the premature actions. And that's what Mars, it is opposing Pluto. And this is one of the things you needed to learn yesterday. Is about not to act prematurely, but to have patience to things to develop. All right. Do you develop though? And some of the things inside of you that are not developed, particularly about love. We're going to be talking about this relationship. The midheaven, it's at Libra together with the both Liliths, which is there respectively under 15 to 16 degrees. And a midheaven is at 17 degrees at this time. That is their opposing Chiron in there, and healed wounds for. But those unhealed wounds, they're coming from what? It's squaring Venus. I need to understand when the Venus is in cardinal signs, except Libra, she is squaring its own energy. She's basically learning her own ways. Okay? And here is Venus at Capricorn. It is about that I am professional for these relationships. Okay? Venus also could be all this energy right now at Capricorn. It is about the public service, and I'm the best public servant, that I'm doing it the service that I need to do. So a lot of this energy is going to coming out in there, but the moon that is at Leo, it's talking about have you been matured. The wisdom from Saturn is going to come in, and it's going to empowering Venus pretty much the whole day. All right. Next hour, 10 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be the end of Sag. The midheaven, it's the beginning of Scorpio. That is going to be squaring Mars and the moon at Leo and squaring Pluto. Have you been changed? Testing that. And is actually, this is going to be the moment when the energies from yesterday, you are going to be using it. And you're going to be using it in 2 hours from now. Okay, you are going to be using those tests are have you. So for example, you have a tree, you want to try to see if the fruits are ready, and you bite one bite and it's sour. It's like it's not ready. It looks like it's ready, but it's not. It is the same thing in the relationship. It looks like it's ready, but it's not. So with this situations for the energy is going to be calling, take a look in your visions, the way you feel, how that things is going to be. But don't getting into this overthinking in there. All right, there is going to be some pressure every time when this midheaven is going to be square Mars and Pluto. Those are two energies of war. Yes, they are. They're creating the internal wars within you, But if you take a look at it in this perspective, those are your triggers. Okay, take those triggers and get in them properly. All right, next hour, the midheaven is going to be in divine energies from Chiron and Jupiter. You see this energies inside of you. This is going to be at 11 o'clock energies. Take a look at the material situations you're doing with others. Are they proper? Are they mature? You said what you need to decide in there, because that's what one of the immaturity of the Scorpio that is. It is about the material situations with others. All right, this is some of those manipulation tactics and so forth. Those are going to be these toxic patterns that you have within you, that there can be like, I am only thinking about me, but I can use what you have for me. So you got to be very careful between those two energies, because that's it is actually the this Leo squaring Scorpio situations that can be a very, very destructive. Talking about personal destructions, because you destroy somebody else, which is that what Scorpio is. All right. So the divine energies that's coming from Chiron and Jupiter is going to be teaching you don't have to be revengeful, but you have to look at it in there with the growth inside of you about this. At the same time, the ascendant is pointing out towards Venus. We are talking about this divine energy that is going to come out, and you're going to be filled within yourself. I have to mature with that proper way of love. Okay, Venus, it is sextiling Saturn. So with this yacht right here towards the moon, that is gonna be this maturity that you see. But the immature actions in there, it is about like, oh, I'm not worried about the divine. Oh, I'm not worried about what is going on. I'm not worried about this. And as you see it, these connections that it's there is gonna begin to show you those triggers. Through triggers, you are what? You are being testing. You are learning how to be. All right, 12 o'clock. That is the energy of the authority in there. It's a beautiful energy, because it's that beautiful kind that comes in from Mars. At the beginning, you have the North Node, and you have the Sun and the midheaven, and right in front of you, it's Pluto. Transformations within the new ways. And since we have all those energies in there too, we are seeing it, how everything can be synchronized, how for every solution, how for every problem there is a solution. Okay, and that is a part of maturity. Either though currently right now that the both Mars opposing Pluto, and Mars has to mature, that's what he's going to be retrograde in Leo, and then he's going to come back to Cancer, learn the proper ways in the families, and 10 is going to go back to mature. Okay, so these energies right now with Venus particularly, we're talking about squaring Chiron and the both Liliths in there, talking about fixing the truth within. I have these negative traits, that is the truth, let me see what I can do so I can heal them. Those are kind of like the triggers that you need to be paying attention within yourself. But using the patience is going to be determining your level of maturity for yourself, not for other people. Okay, don't judge other people, but look at it. They are example. They give it to you. All right. So you might find some people who's gonna give you that example. All right. Next hour, 1 o'clock, midheaven, Mercury, communications about that growth in the friendshipness and lack of the wisdom. We all have the lack of the wisdom. We all have this situations that we are not perfect. If we were perfect, we won't be here to practicing everything from spiritual perspective towards what we have into the material world. Who can teach us his best on that, right? That is going to be Uranus. But who's going to be giving at that growth? That's going to be Jupiter. Where is Jupiter is? It is opposing Mercury, and at the same time, Mercury, it is squaring Saturn. That's mean lack of the wisdom, what in the subconscious patterns within yourself that leading to the friendshipness within you. Jupiter has been there for a while. He's gonna be in there for. He still is in the retrograde mode. That's mean revision, revise, because this it is about the way you're breathing life. Gemini represents your lungs. Breathe in, breathe out. Be patient and exile the things that are impatient. Count to 10 when you are not properly communicating. Okay? And this is one of the lessons because Gemini takes things personally, right? If the one Gemini doesn't take it, the other one for sure. So this is a kind of like energies that you have to be very much aware of, and that duality is going to come out like to be or not to be. This is no question. It is dilemma, and I have a hard time to do it. This is why this energy in the morning was about this duality signs. Talking about the duality is going to come out in there as the next hour at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The midheaven is going within Capricorn. That energy is going to be pointing out towards the North Node. I don't know what to do. Really? Really, you don't know what to do. No, you don't. Oh, you do. What is the questions is in there? So by looking at in there without energies with the North Node, some of the people is going to be touching base of this like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, but you do know. You do know how to do it. You do know all this. Your authority is looking at in there to the problems, the solutions. Mars is giving you the powers towards the North Node, right? All you have to do it with what? You have to do it with love. Your love is not matured yet. So working on yourself to mature within love, how to be balanced, how to be vulnerable, how to be open, and how to recognize the immaturity to turn into a maturity, because that's what the moon is going to give it to you. Okay? All right. Now you see it. It's part of the inner work. Midheaven goings right in here with Venus and points out towards the moon. Now you're seeing that energies. But you gotta face in what? You gotta face Lilith and you have to face Chiron. Unhealed patterns within yourself. But also unhealed things. That means that you don't understand. You don't process certain emotion about yourself. Or mostly, you don't know who you really are within there. So if you don't know who you really are, how would you be knowing who you are within the relationship, your part within the relationship? Since Chiron is opposing Lilith, guess what? You are asking so many questions, but those questions have an answers, and they're finding where? Within the maturity that tells you the places, the triggers that you need to mature. But one of the things is patience. Okay? The patience is a power that it's been given to you, so you can be maturing with this. Okay, maybe I don't know this, I don't get this, but I can go ahead and study. Give me some time. I see that I'm not ready. Give me some time. I see that I don't understand this. Give me a time to study. There's nothing wrong to go to your boss and it says like, hey, I maybe don't know perfectly the things, but give me some time so I can learn. Right? So this is one of the triggers that in there, but be mindful that these 3 o'clock energies at particular work can create a lot of troubles if you are immature or if your boss is immature. Okay? All right. Time for change, right? Pluto is coming in the power into the inner work in there at 4 o'clock. Doesn't matter what happened the last hour. Now you're ready. You know what you need to do. You are empowered. You're innovating yourself. Pluto is in Aquarius. The first 2 minutes, the power it's too strong, empowers your authority, empowers your visions, empowers your visions about what? Friendshipness and what you need to do in the material world. Basically, reconstructing everything. Some of the things is gonna go down. Like it or not, it's gonna go down. Or maybe it's not the right time yet. You haven't matured yet to get this within you. The vision is gonna come in. The question is what do you do with the visions? Or if you don't have a visions, what do you tell in yourself? Because Neptune is squaring Mercury. All right, it's time to grow a relationship. That's what you're going to see. But what you need to do is one thing: feel the vibes, get in there, and dealing with your energies, emotions. Beautiful air energies. So if you are Aquarius, Libra, Geminis, you feel the vibes in the air. If you have anything on those zodiac signs, you're probably gonna be feeling the vibes more than anything in there. Pay attention. So if you have any of these planets in there, particularly if you have something in Gemini, I'm talking about within give it a take from the 13th towards 23rd degree of Gemini, because Mercury, whatever it's opposing there, if you have a planet in Gemini in there, he is opposing that, and Saturn can square all that, okay? And you might have a problem breathing in life. All right, so take a look at what you have in there, but that is going to be the energies that you're going to be feeling within the air. You're going to feeling the new, the changes and so forth from this point. The midheaven is going to be opposing the moon. You're going to be feeling like these divine energies are coming towards you, even if you ask that or not. They're available to everybody. Just don't be mad at them. Because if you're mad at it, that's what is going to happen. At the end of it is about 6 p.m. The midheaven is in the end of Aquarius in there, squaring Uranus into the sun. I stated long time ago, and I keep repeating you guys. I know that we've been through a lot and so forth, but don't go against it. Don't against you. You're going against the flow, against the river of life. Okay, the river goes down way, and it's so fast, and you try to swim upstream. Doesn't happen. You can swim, swim, swim. It's kind of like you're constantly on the treadmill of life. You put in your agenda when the universe says like your agenda is the other way. Go with the flow. I don't like the flow. I don't want to where the life takes me. I want to be in my way. Okay, gonna be on your way. See how long you're gonna last in your way. Because at some point, you're gonna be so exhausted with that you are not going to be even getting it. Some of those people can't really go and create a little sicknesses for them. All right. Powerful time. Okay. Take the wisdom. All right. You need to take that wisdom in there. Midheaven with Saturn. Powerful energies as you see it. This is where we all going to go. Focus in there. Okay. Talking about the North Node. The powering here from the North Node within the fire. That is the initial fire of having a new life. Phoenix rising. Yeah, it's going to be rising tomorrow. You're going to be seeing it with the sun. It's going to be get off from Scorpio. Finally, that energy is moving out of there. You're getting off of this underworld shadowing energies for. But the wisdom right now, it's very powerful because that wisdom that it's coming is going to be leading you to be able not to get these fruits that sour and so forth and there, but you are going to be like, let the fruits evolve naturally, let the relationships evolve naturally, let the things happen naturally. Okay, the natural growth, the natural path of events. And with those energies here, things is going to be coming out a very beautiful way for you. As you see it in the next hour, the inner work connecting with this new beginning, this new self that you're going to be creating, it is empowering, it is growth, it is maturing. Everyone is just, you see it, there is the problems, but all the solution is coming in. As long you practicing and you using this patience into those storming times. That it's called wisdom. Let me repeat that. You practicing patience during anger. It's called wisdom. Okay? So without wisdom, where it needs to be practiced, the most of the time that it needs to be practiced, it is where? In your own self, which is areas. And it's one of the biggest practice is in family and relationships. Okay? That's what it is. Pluto is in the seventh house, where is your relationship is. Transformations is in there. A lot of the people who are and have something within Aquarius in there is gonna be this transformations coming towards them. All right. Next hour, that's 9 o'clock. The ascendant is between Mars and the Moon. The Moon is stopping having a divine energies towards Venus in there. But that is when you beginning to develop yourself. That inner work, it's going to be opposing the Liliths. Basically, that true Lilith is going back towards the South Node in there, while the Min Lilith is still there in Libra. We have a lot to do to understanding, since the mean Libra has been the relationship within ourselves, relationship within others, relationship within cities, relationships within countries, and global wise, we have relationship problems because we want to be mean, right? And that is one part of this, is that where is the love when you're mean? Is not it. It squares the love. And that's what Venus right now having a hard time in there. Because if you're mean, you don't understand. You're not ready to love. And 10 o'clock energies. The ascendant is going to be with the moon. Everything's going back the way it's supposed to be. Midheaven is at Taurus. You may have material challenges. Material challenges of transformations. You may have this impatience that it's been testing you out in there about, oh, I want the things in the material world to be okay. I want you to be with me. I want it to be that, and I want this. Where is the maturity? You asking somebody to do something when they're not ready yet. And this is what happened is when the people getting married, because the one says like, if you're not marrying me now, we don't have to be together, or if you're not getting it in this, we cannot do this together. Do you see that there is this divine energies here through the chart from the authority towards the midheaven? It's the divine authority that comes in there. It says like divine timing. Okay? And exactly those storm times, they during the test. And if you today you went in through it and you learn a lot and you got your test for it, guess what happens with that test? It shows up right now in the chart. The ascendant together with the moon, it's a very beautiful energies, healing energies with Chiron together with the Jupiter, the growth that has been learned, and through the Mercury is a proper way of communications. You matured. But for those who hasn't matured, they're going to be using the energies of Mars, and it's going to be demanding, fighting, lack of changing the old ways. And the old ways is like pushing, rushing, prematuring actions. Let's go do it now, because maybe it's going to be later, because you have a fear of losing the person instead of understanding that the person, when it matures, chooses you. And this is what that picture was about at the beginning, because they both understood that they choose themselves right there. They choose themselves well back, and still they choosing themselves every single day. Why? Because they matured. All right. So with this being said, in the next hour, you're seeing it, those divine energies, which is the moon tomorrow, is going to be that is going to be that spiritual maturity that's going to coming from Pluto and Neptune. Those divine energies is going to come out in there. Midheaven is at Taurus, divine energies from Mercury and the Lilith. You're going to be learning about some of the things that's inside of you, but the moon, it's going to be squaring Uranus. This is when your intuition is going to be fighting the universe. It's like you want to be your own way. But that is going to be the beginning of the lessons about tomorrow. Not to stand against the universe, not to be on that, but to follow the natural path of growth, change, and be positive. It doesn't matter what's going on. You to choose to be positive. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching and looking forward for your comments. Be love, guys, and good luck with the test. All right, don't forget about it. The universe is always watching.